Hey, so I got soft lock playing in Unbeatable. I'm going to show footage on screen of exactly what that looks like right now while I'm talking. So what happened was, I get to chapter 4. I hope this isn't really spoilers, but there's like a little arcade you can go to meet up with Clef. I went in, and the dialogue box just won't progress. No matter what I hit, it doesn't progress whatsoever. But I really liked this game. I have beaten it, so I wanted to go and beat this game. I was really into the story, so I was looking up. Apparently, it's pretty common. There's a lot of soft locks that people are running into. I mean, in my case, it was more of a hard lock because I couldn't do anything else. I was stuck on that no matter how many times I exited. Now, the solution I came across, I'm going to be totally honest here, it's going to heavily depend on each situation. So, just to start, this is for PC only. You can't do this on a PlayStation. I'm going to boot up the game right now because I'm going to show you exactly what version of the game this is. To check the version of your game, you need to go to the title screen, and the title screen will tell you what version of the game you're on. So, you can see underneath the titles there, it's version 1.5.7.2. I point this out because this might not work on other versions as they update this game. I'm going to quit out. Now, for what the actual solution is, we're going to have to go and find the data for this game. We're going to go and check out how the story gets its progression saved. So we're going to go open our file explorer. You're going to want to go over to your PC. Whatever your main hard drive is, we're going to go into there. You need to make sure you have hidden items turned on. If it's not turned on, it looks like this. When you have it turned on, it'll show you the grayed out items. You don't actually need that for this. We're going to click on users. Where you need it, you're going to go to what your user profile is. It's usually your name. And we're looking for app data. This is a hidden file. So if we turn it off, you're not going to see it. If you turn it on, you're going to see it. We're going to app data. From here, you go to local low. We're going to decel games, unbeatable, profiles, and this is where we're looking for. This folder at the top with a whole bunch of random gibberish. You're going to open that up. This is going to show you all of your stuff. It's got your story progression, your variable storage. This is what we're going to tweak, is the variable storage, but it has all your stuff. And I'm going to say right now, do this at your own discretion. You don't know what the outcome of it's going to be. You're going to, if you're tweaking a bunch of stuff because you got stuck somewhere and you're trying to fix it, you don't really know what the answer is going to be most of the time. So 100% make a backup. So I'm going to save all of this, Control C to copy. I'm going to go over to another folder. You can do this anywhere else, that's just outside of the game. I already have a backup for when I did get stuck. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to label this finale. Game is completed. I'm going to paste this in here. That way, I have everything here. And then just to show you how this works, I'll even go in, I'm going to grab these files. Now that I have the backup for beating the game, I don't mind coming back in here and actually throwing in my old stuff, because maybe I can show you exactly what I did. So I'm going to open profiles, go in here, Control V. I'm going to replace all the files in the destination here with the chapter 4 files. Now I'm going to open the game again. There is a cloud conflict. If that pops up, you want to go with your local save. So I'm opening my local save. That's what I just did on here. So when Steam is going to actually try to boot this up to the cloud, I believe. Now when I boot in the game, my background is back to chapter 4. I'm going to boot up into it. And this is exactly where I was stuck. Can't do anything else. I'm even going to plug in a controller, because I normally play this game on a controller, just to show you, no matter what I do, it's stuck. So I'm hitting X, pressing F, doesn't matter. All my other buttons work. I can't do anything at this screen, no matter how many times I've exited, any settings I've tweaked, it just breaks. Now, I haven't tried this within the game itself, so I'm not going to. I'm going to show you what I do now. I come over to variable storage. Variable storage you're going to want to open with your notepad, and it's going to have a whole lot of stuff here. Now, if you want this to look nicer because you just want to browse it, if you open it with your browser, it'll show you it like this, and if you hit pretty print, it's going to look exactly like a coding program. That's kind of besides the point. It just looks nicer if you know what you're doing. But we're going to go into here. You're going to see there's so many things here. We're just going to look for some keywords. So, in this case, I tried looking up arcade because I was stuck in the arcade. We're going to arrow around. It's going to show us things where it's at. Okay, whatever. We're going to go through. I wasn't able to really find anything here. I know some other people were stuck in other locations. They were able to find specific things they were able to tweak and turn on and off. I'm going to show you one that I think is a relatively simple fix because it works in an odd way. So I'm going to go search for time. We want, let's see, I got to find out where it's at real quick. We want current time. We're going to find it here. It's going to be name, current time, value. Right now it's 2.0. This is the time of day. I've already tested this a bunch. If you hit 1.0, it's the morning. It's going to change the lighting, so I can even show you. So I'm going to make it 1.0. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to reboot the game again. And you're going to see at the title screen that it should be a different time of day now. So instead of the nice sort of afternoon hue of the sun, should pop up with more of a morning color. Again, I have to hit local save. I have Steam open on another monitor right now. So we're going to boot in. You can see time of day is a little different, I believe. We're going to start. That doesn't fix it, unfortunately. But this, I'm going to show you why I think this is a relatively good fix. Because if I go to this again, lost where I was. What works for this one is a value of 4.0. So I'm going to do 4.0, and then I'm going to boot the game. 4.0 is nighttime. So this is going to skip us ahead to nighttime, and it's going to still think we're in the arcade. I'm sure if you were to mess around with that file more in variable storage, it would show you some, you could figure out some more stuff. But here we go. I'm now broken free. I can escape. I can run around. All this did was progress the time forward. And this might sound like gibberish to most people, but essentially it's checking a flag for the game saying, hey, this is where we're at in the game. This is what kind of event should be spawned in right now. So, this event doesn't happen at night inside the arcade when you go and meet Clef here for the first time. That's why she doesn't spawn it. So, from here I was able to just go progress to the next part of the game. I'm not going to do that on camera in case you haven't played this game yet. But that's what I found to work. So if you get stuck at a specific point and you're not really sure what to do, you can try adjusting that value until it works. There's no other good way for me to say it with this one. The values, as far as I know, goes from 1 to 4. I haven't actually tried any higher than that. I lost where I was again. But I've done 1 through 4 here. Just remember to save after every time you do this, by the way. This will trigger whatever happens during the time of day during that day. I mean, there's a whole lot of different things you can find if you go through here. A lot of stuff tends to be pretty simple, like current day. Alright, what happens if I change the current day to 1? You can see there's different things, like it monitors different values, like false means it doesn't happen. True, it does. You could kind of force trigger events to happen if you know what's supposed to happen or you know what event you're in. You can force trigger those. Maybe you're watching a playthrough and you can just force trigger whatever to happen right then and there. Current day, I changed the value to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to change the time. Change the current time down to 1. And we're just going to see what happens. What happens if I do this? So now the arcade's closed. I can't even go in there. Because I imagine it thinks I'm going to be on day 1 now. Which I believe for this means I just need to go to the starting area here. This is their hideout. But as you can see, this actually jumps you to exactly where you would think. So it's relatively straightforward. These aren't like super hard settings to look for. You can just type in a keyword that you would think makes time, like current, and it'll just tell you all the current stuff going on. Current time, current spawn. I actually don't know what happens if you mess with that. Current day, current scene. Hopefully this is a solution for you. That's how you kind of navigate this. You want the variable storage.json inside of this folder, and then you kind of just want to look around. So if you're hard lock or hard stuck and the game bugged out, which apparently seems a little common, here's a way you can do it. Hopefully this helps out anybody that's a little stuck. I was trying to find other people who ran into the same bug as me. I did not, so I found my own workaround. I imagine I could even figure out how to play through what I missed during that day if I dug around hard enough, but I don't care enough. I have beat the game now, and let me say I think it was very worth it. So that's it. If I helped out, I'm glad. Let me know. Take it easy. Bye.